Hi everybody, this is a review video for third graders EBS passage. Today we're going to talk about chapter 2, which is asking a mood on atmosphere question. So before we go further, I told you that usually for mood and atmosphere question, the explanatory passage is used for making mood and atmosphere question. Okay, so with that being said, let's dive into more questions. Here, this gateway passage question, we're supposed to find how Jonas must feel about the situation. Okay, so looking out the bus window, Jonas could not stay calm. So it seems that Jonas is going somewhere on the bus, so he's looking out the window, and he cannot stay calm. He had been looking forward to this field trip. I guess this field trip is the topic of this passage. He was waiting for this field trip for a long time, and he's excited now. Cannot stay calm. It was the first field trip for his history course. I guess it was his first field trip. That's why he is excited now. And his history professor recommended it to the class. And Jonas had signed up enthusiastically. So professor recommended the class, so he signed up. And he was the first one to board the bus in the morning. So he is the first one who got on the bus. So he is very excited now. Okay? And the landscape looked quite fascinating as the bus headed to Alsace. Maybe Jonas is going to a place called Alsace, and the landscape and scenery is just beautiful, fascinating. Finally arriving in the Alsace after 3 hours on the road, however, Jonas saw nothing but endless agricultural field. So it took him 3 hours to get to the Alsace. Okay? And after he arrived there, the only thing he can see is endless agricultural field. The field were vast, but hardly appealed to him. So the field was huge, vast, but was not appealing to him. Jonas was not interested in looking at agricultural field. So he had expected to see some old castles and historical monuments. See, Jonas really want to see some beautiful old castles, or he want to see some important historical monument. But now only thing he sees is the agricultural field. Nothing like that awaiting him. So nothing like beautiful old castle, nothing like important monument is waiting for him. So what can I learn from this boring field? Jonas said to himself with a sigh, and he was really disappointed. So at the beginning he was excited, but ended up being disappointed at the end. Answer is number one, and the topic is a field trip. This one was a quite relatively easy one. Okay, so moving on, next page. And here now this question number one asks how I feel about the situation. Okay. So just as I was approaching 30, I was offered a sponsorship to go to a Ladies Professional Golf Association in the USA, attend qualifying school. So I was becoming 30 years old, and I have this opportunity, sponsorship, getting LPGA golf tour and attending qualifying school. But I was very concerned about my family rather than thinking it was a good opportunity. So, the speaker was really concerned about the family, and the concerning about the family is the topic. So rather than thinking about it as a good opportunity, he was concerned. If I accepted a sponsorship offer, I could not continue to work for mom. The reason why I'm concerned about my family is that if I accept sponsorship and I leave, means that I cannot work for mom anymore, cannot help her out, and cannot earn some extra income between amateur golf tours. If I stay with mom here at home, I could attend several different amateur golf tours at some time, and I can make money and give some money for my mom and family. But if I leave, I can't do this anymore. So I'm so concerned about my family. So this would mean there would be less money coming in to begin with. So if I leave, if I accept the sponsorship, means that less money will coming into mom, coming into family. Although the sponsorship money would support me through qualifying school. Yes, sponsorship money will help me to do my qualifying school, but my family will have less money. Of course, there was a small chance I could make the grade, become a professional. Yes, of course, there is a small chance. There is a possibility, some thin possibility of me making a good grade in the qualifying school and making a professional golfer. In this case, which lead to higher earning opportunities. If I successfully make a professional golfer, yes, it will lead for me making more money, but the chances are really slim. Only a small chance, small opportunity. So it was a risk for us financially. It's a risk for our family. So I don't want to leave you in trouble, Mom. So I told Mom, I don't want any trouble. And Mom answered, never mind about that, daughter. Of course, you must do this. It's a wonderful opportunity. We'll manage. So Mom said, go ahead. Don't worry about the family. You take care of your business. Go ahead and attend qualifying school. We, Mom and the family, we will manage. Somehow we will manage our situation. We will manage to survive. Therefore, don't worry and go to a qualifying school. And she smiled. We always have up to now. So Mom said, up until now. Until now. Our family, we have managed to survive. So don't worry, okay? And it's time for you to step out and take chance. It's time for you to take challenge, daughter. And I said, are you sure? Of course I'm sure. If you don't give it a go, you will always regret it. If you don't try this opportunity, you will regret it. And I was so glad to receive the support. So thanks for her word. I was able to move on to my goal with a lighter heart. So because of Mom's support. Okay? Because of Mom's encouragement and Mom's word, I felt lighthearted and could go. So it was really like I was worried at the beginning, but I'm encouraged to go. Okay? And the topic was concerning about the family. Moving on. Next passage is talking about how my mood changed. Okay? So here it was day when I had the opportunity to attend my first board meeting. So it was my first day to attend my first board meeting. So this is a topic, first board meeting. So I arrived early. It was a great honor. I had been asked to join them as a board member. I feel quite honored. I feel quite privileged to ask to join as a board member. So their mission was important. The other members were powerful, highly respected women from across the nation. So all these other members were quite powerful people, quite highly respected women from all around the world, around the nation. I had heard about their work and their reputation for years. For a long time, I heard about their work and their reputation. I was finally going to get a chance to meet them. So finally, I am going to actually meet these powerful, famous people. So as I walked into the meeting room, someone from the organization was already there. So I arrived early. So I thought that I was the first one, but walking into the office, someone was already there and getting ready for the meeting. So caterers were bringing delicious treats and hot coffee. Caterer is a person, people who prepare for food or drinking for meeting like that, meeting or event. Okay, so these people were bringing delicious treats, candy and chocolates and cookies and stuff. Okay, they were bringing delicious treats and hot coffee for board meeting. So I looked at the big mahogany table. So there was a big wooden mahogany table in the office, board meeting room. And quickly I saw the name tags, that binders already being arranged. So, on the table, there were name tags indicating who is sitting where, right? And the binders containing important papers already put on the table, arranged, and was placed on the table. And I saw my name from a name tag and the name with a handwritten note from the president. There was also a note handwritten by the president welcoming me to the first meeting. The note said, "Welcome to the meeting." Right? So quite frankly, I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing. So I'm really excited and delighted to attend this board meeting with these powerful people. And there was a note, handwritten note from president. So I feel quite excited and delighted. Okay. quite simple passage. And moving on. Also asking us about the atmosphere of mood or atmosphere of this scene. Okay? So here it says, Kelly turned away from the Christmas tree and saw her mom fussing at the kitchen sink. So Kelly was looking at the Christmas tree and she turned her head away and looked at the mom. Mom was fussing. Mom was working at the sink. And she was a few inches shorter than Kelly. Kelly was taller than mom and still healthy at 53. Mom's 53 years old and looked quite healthy. She looked to be her early 40 with fine wisdom lines showing only when she smiled. She looked only like she is in her early 40s. And she had a wisdom line, the wrinkle, right? She has a wrinkle, but only shows when she smiled. So today mom was smiling. She loved nothing better than to have all of her children in the house sharing fun and food. Because mom really enjoys having all the family members and sharing food. And she's really happy and she's smiling. The table was lined with shrimp and cocktail sauce, hot wings with dips, Swedish meatball, ham and turkey, not to mention the variety of vegetables and dinner rolls. So the table was packed. Okay, table was full. Table was lined with various kind of foods such as like shrimp, cocktail sauce, and dips. I told you that dips is a sauce, right? Swedish meatball and ham and turkey and vegetables and dinner rolls. And there was a far too much food for 13 people. We only have 13 people in our family members, but mom prepared too much for 13 people. And the leftovers were always divided up, and the tradition continued. However, those food leftovers always divided up between each family members, and our tradition continued. Okay? And mom called the family into the living room and says, "It's the time." She smiled as she handed out stockings to everywhere. So she called upon everybody, and in the living room, she handed out the stockings and says, "It is the time." And this too was a tradition. Okay? Handing out stocking is a part of a tradition. The stockings held small things for each individual as well as candies and fun stuff. So stockings hold present and gift. So here the atmosphere, mood is joyful and festive, and topic seems the tradition. Okay. And moving on to page 4. So asking about how I feel. Okay. So the door opened into our office area, and a voice said to the secretary, "Where does Bolia sit?" So door opened, and someone asked to the secretary, "Hey, where does Bolia sit?" And it was our CEO. CEO was asking, "Where does Bolia sit?" And I could hear him walking toward my office. I could hear my boss's voice walking toward my office. He was a tall, muscular man. My boss is tall, muscular man. And suddenly, he was standing in my doorway. My boss, tall and muscular boss, was standing in my doorway with his arms raised. Okay? He was not just standing in my doorway. He stood with his arm raised. Okay? Not the raising, raised. Okay? His arm was raised. Okay? He was standing. And I was thinking, he is going to punch me. Oh, my boss is going to hit me, punch me. I was frozen. I was frightened, nervous. I was frozen as he walked over to the desk. So boss was walking over to my desk. I braced myself for the impact. I thought he is going to punch me, so I braced myself. I get ready myself for the impact, for hit. As he laid his arms on my shoulder, instead of hitting him, my boss, he laid his arm gently on my shoulder and said, "Nice job, Bolia." It took a lot of courage to speak against me. And my boss said, "It must took a lot of courage to speak against me in the meeting, and you showed a lot of integrity. You showed that you are very serious you're very integrate, you're very serious about your opinion in the meeting, and you never back down, and you describe the future for the company, and you never gave up, and you describe the future of the company. I never thought about our company in that way, but you describe the future of the company without giving up. So as he walked out the door, as the boss walking out the door, he said, I want you to be the first to know that I approved the project you suggested. I just wanted to tell you, I just want you to be the first person to find out that I approved the project you suggested, the boss said. So I was stunned. I was surprised. No, I thought the boss would not like my opinion, but he approved my project. So I was really stunned and I surprised, and I had gone from near fainting for fear of losing my job. I almost fainted. I almost passed out because I thought I was going to be fired from my job. I was scared. I almost passed out, almost faint. But I had gone from fainting to the delighted state. Okay, I was moving from fainting to the delighted state. So I almost fainted, but now I feel really delighted. I feel like a conquering warrior. I feel like a winning soldier. I'm really satisfied with myself for sticking up for what I felt was right. So, my boss, CEO, approved my opinion. So I was really satisfied with my idea. I feel like a winning soldier. So I feel really delight now. Within minute, people were walking into my office congratulating me. So soon, people find about a news. CEO approved my opinion, came into office and congratulated me. Uplifting experience that held me holding my head up high. So it was a really great experience to feel. So at the beginning, I was worried and fearful, and I end up feeling pleased and proud because my boss is supporting me. Okay, so that was the right answer. The topic, I guess, is the project. Okay, so that's it about today's lecture. And thank you for listening. You guys did a good job, and we'll continue our lesson next time. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.